Welcome to Griffinscope Tarot without textbooks, as we say here. Today we're going to do a walkthrough on the Crow Oracle deck. So last video we did a walkthrough with just the normal Crow Tarot deck. There is an extension that MJ created from the Oracle, which DD has sent us. So we'll be learning this one together. We will be doing a walkthrough on that one. So we've done the Crow Tarot deck. We'll be doing today the Crow Oracle, and from the Crow Oracle on the next video, we will be exploring the Crow Oracle extension. So you'll be seeing all these cards used all together on through the Griffinscope readings, okay? But we're going to take a nice, sneaky, slow, meandering peek at what this is all about. The Crow Oracle. Let's go. First card is Dominance, and one of the things I noticed with MJ is she's very good at getting the characteristics of the crows. And yeah, they do have a pecking order, and you know, the crows work out their level. Influence. So it has been known for crows to actually drink alcohol and smoke. They look like a pair of teenagers living it up, partying, maybe a bit too hard. Wrath. Yeah, crows definitely feel angry towards people that have done them wrong. Perhaps taken out one of their relatives or something like that. They do remember. My tightrope walker, beautiful moon in the background, and somehow this bird for me seems to have nature as well as kind of the city going on. It's in the elements. Anomaly. When I see this one, it reminds me of one of the crows in the crow family where I live, and it's got one white feather. Other people have noticed it, and where it flies to, where it sits. Yeah, it's quite an anomaly. I love this picture. It looks very Frida Kahlo to me. But two birds, one heart, and both living out of the same heart. It's just so colourful and bright. MJ uses a lot of flower lore, so we see roses here, poppies. There's a bond. Illusion. Again, we've got a crow that depicts kind of living in nature, but also amongst the city, the trash cans, the rubbish. I always think with mirrors as well, they don't give us the true picture. Don't they distort it slightly? Like when you take a photograph, it's always kind of different than the actual real image of oneself. Mimicry. I love the way this crow is saying, "Come here, Scout," to the dog. Totally distracting it. They can be quite mischievous, crows. Yeah, memory. They've got really good memories. Whether you do something really nice for them, like leave food out, they'll remember. Sometimes they leave gifts, shiny objects, keys, this kind of thing. But equally, if you've done something wrong, oh my goodness, they will come for you. They will remember the spot where it all happened. Dive bomb. Good memories, very clever, the crows. Release. So we see a crow here that's either crossed over or about to be released. And we've got these other crows, and even like spirit crows, they remind me of, in the foreground. Note how these two cards are similar but different. So the crows do actually grieve. They do hold funerals. Hundreds of them I've seen all gather when one crow has passed over, and they'll make a lot of din, they'll gather and then disperse all at once after being silent for a couple of minutes. It's an absolute spectacle. Look it up on YouTube, it's incredible. But when you're in it and you hear all the noise, it's so powerful. So yeah, they respect their dead. And here we have a scarecrow. Scarecrows actually originated originally in Egypt, believe it or not. But yeah, they keep the birds off the crops. I don't think this scarecrow is scaring anyone or fooling anyone. Yeah, again, so MJ is bringing out that theme of nature. We've got the city, we've got houses, built up areas, look, and the crows still managed to find, you know, some nature coming up through the cracks of the concrete, and is able to bask in that territory. Crows are very territorial, and they will defend or attack for food, for space, this kind of thing, for mating rights. Gifts, yeah. Many stories of crows leaving gifts. I love this card. I didn't actually get it straight away because I was thinking that this part was actually a brain, and it kind of is, because crows are very clever and very good at working out puzzles. And you can see that this is actually a pile of stones or pebbles, and the crow is getting the pebbles, putting them in the water so that the water is rising and he can get the shrimp. Very canny, love it. Just the sort of thing they do though. Survival in nature, the fox is very cunning. Like I said, they're very clever creatures, and they know when their boat's coming in. The crows observe us, they know our patterning, they know when we're leaving food or when there's food to be potentially got at, whether a car has run over, you know, hazelnuts from a tree that has dropped the fruit, kind of thing. They do actually like the alcohol in ripe fruit. Sacred space, the nest, the home, the hearth. Observation. This crow looks like it's being super quiet so that it can learn and take in how that spider is catching the fly there. Very observant creatures. Distance. What I'm drawn to here is that beautiful kind of midnight blue iridescence that you see. The sheen on the feathers is just, awesome. Play. They are very playful creatures. So you see them kind of swooning and cawing, floating around on the thermals. Yeah, definitely a lot of playing and mischief happens. Displacement. Yeah, these crows are being very naughty, knocking things over, doing things they shouldn't. And that's what they can do. They can make people's lives hell if they've got on the wrong side of them. I had somebody write to me and said that she was dive bombed by crows every time she went out. It sounded like something from the film, The Birds. But we traced it back, and it was something that she'd done. She'd run over one of the crow in the family, and they'd never forgotten it. And so she'd been punished. Community, yeah. So they've got their family community, the crows, their wider relatives, a whole community that comes together to roost, to communicate, lark about, play, grow together, die together, have funerals. Routine. So up with the sun, and this happens. They observe the same things, and then back to roost at night at the same time each day. Anticipation. So this crow looks like it could have very high expectations, judging by the crows in the foreground, whose body language looks very lackluster, down at heel. Bluebells here. Scavengers. The crows are great scavengers. They'll eat up all that is dead and rotting. They're the creature that takes on, that is, the food of this creature is that is between worlds. They will eat, dead carcasses, this kind of thing. This one looks to be scavenging in places where, the food doesn't look to be that abundant. These cans look empty to me. So we have self-interest. This crow isn't sharing its abundance. So you see the crows kind of fight for their food and who gets what. So crow's feathers are actually waterproof. They get the oil from various things, they rub it into their feathers, and that waterproofs the feathers. So when it's hard rain like this, the body language is closed so that the feathers are tighter and the water can't get in. If it's lighter rain, you'll see them sometimes larking about in it. Night time. This one always reminds me of the hangman. The hangman, there can be, outside influences that have tied the rope and put you up. But this one, it feels like there is no rope. This one's here to get enlightenment all of its own accord. Nobody's placed it there apart from itself. Perspective. We've got air, we've got earth, crows somewhere in between. I love this card. Some cards can really draw you in. I love that. Birds do represent freedom. Exposed. Ravens are bigger than crows. This looks like a falcon. So a crow would definitely be vulnerable to a bird of prey like that. Battle. Very, very noisy when there are crow battles going on for territory and such like. Very vocal creatures. They're known as songbirds, but oh my goodness. Communication. Luck. This bird has literally landed on its feet. The food is literally going straight into his throat, effortless. It's raining fish. It's underneath, it's all around, everywhere. Lucky. Direction. Because of their intelligence and their observation skills, they have a very good sense of direction. Really good. As the crow flies, isn't it? That's what they used to say on the farm. As the crow flies, go straight on. Resistance. This crow's pushing through that strong air that's carried all the way through its feathers there into the very marrow of the being itself, but it's pushing through those clouds. Very curious, nosy creatures as they are. We have an open door here. The crow's just walking right in. Risk. Getting those shellfish with those big, big waves. Risky business. Ghosts. I love it that there's just one feather there, one message. And here we see the ghosts in the foreground. Trickery. Teamwork. Crows will work as a team to shoo other birds off, etc. of human traits, haven't they, in some ways? Growth. Again, I'm loving the way that MJ brings in kind of like the city as well as nature and the elements. This bird's got a beautiful aura around it. It's enlightened. Isolation. A crow that's isolated from its family is not a happy crow. They're communal creatures. Protection, they do protect each other. They do have to protect their eggs in the nest. The egg, creation, expansion. I love the illustration of the crow feathers like fingers, the crow fingers. Love it. It's exactly what they look like when they're in the air. I love the ripe bits of fruit in the crow's beaks. Everything blossoming, moving, growing. So we've got feather messages, we've got a nest with eggs being thrown out of the tree. Total upheaval. This is what I mean about teamwork. So this one's distracting with its cawing, its loud cawing. It's distracting the dog, and then this other crow is just eating up all the dog food. Crows will put out warnings for things. They'll let the other crows know. They'll dart about, fly here, dash there. And you know the kind of call that is. You know, you know that there's some kind of a danger in it, or something's not quite right. Ka-ching. Abundance. So there's no competing for the abundance of the fish with these crows. There's plenty to go around and still more coming in. Look over here. Happy days. And mischief, of course. Very mischievous. Look at the crow clamping onto that cat's tail. They can be very mischievous. They do like tails, crows. Not very nice for the cat, but they seem to be making mischief and having a bit of a laugh amongst each other. Hopefully it's short-lived. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed looking at the beautiful pictures in the Crow Oracle. The next video, we're looking at the Crow Oracle extension. I'll see you for that one. Bye for now.